God has an urgent message for you today. One of your family members has been seen in a place of great spiritual danger, and this is not just a random concern, it's a divine warning sent directly to you. Right now, someone you love is walking into a spiritual trap that threatens their very soul. This family member may seem fine on the outside, but in the spiritual realm, they are surrounded by darkness. This message comes with deep love and concern because time is running short. What you're about to learn could save them from a path that leads to spiritual destruction. As you hear these words, know that God sees your family member clearly, even when they're hidden from your view. It's normal to feel shocked or even doubtful when you hear that someone you love is in spiritual danger, but remember that you've been chosen to receive this warning because you have the power to help them. This divine alert is your chance to intervene before the situation worsens and to turn potential spiritual disaster into redemption. You're receiving this message because there's still time to reach them. Even when the challenge seems overwhelming, trust that this warning is a blessing, a sacred opportunity to rescue someone precious to you. Your actions in the coming days may determine whether they remain lost or find their way back to light and truth. The place where your family member has been seen isn't a physical location you can find on a map. It's a spiritual condition, a state of being where souls become trapped in deception and spiritual blindness. Think of it as a spiritual wilderness where people wander further from truth with each passing day. In this place, your loved one is surrounded by influences that separate them from divine connection and family bonds that once anchored them. Just like quicksand appears solid until someone steps into it and begins to sink, this spiritual territory seemed harmless to your family member at first. Now they're being pulled deeper into patterns of thinking and living that threaten their spiritual well-being. They didn't recognize the danger until they were already caught in its grip. This warning isn't about judgment, but about rescue. God has shown you their spiritual location because you have been given the spiritual authority to help free them. This is an urgent mission of love, to cast a lifeline to someone who may not even realize they're drowning in dangerous spiritual waters. This warning about your family member is more than just information. It's a spiritual checkpoint for your entire family. It's a time to gather your spiritual strength and find courage to address matters that may be uncomfortable or difficult. There's a loving divine plan at work, using you as an instrument of salvation within your own family circle. When God reveals that someone we love is in danger, it's never to cause panic but to mobilize spiritual action. This situation, though troubling, is an opportunity to show the deepest form of love, the kind that reaches into dark places to bring someone back to safety and truth. Difficult conversations and spiritual confrontations might lie ahead, but see these as sacred opportunities to grow in faith and compassion. Every prayer you offer becomes a light in their darkness, even when they can't see it yet. When family matters feel overwhelming, reach out to God for guidance. He is always present to give you wisdom, courage, and the right words to say. In prayer, you'll find the strength you need to be the spiritual anchor your family member desperately needs right now. As we continue discussing this urgent spiritual rescue mission for your family, I want to help prepare you for future divine warnings as well. If these messages of spiritual protection resonate with your heart, please take a moment right now to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Doing this ensures you'll receive more divine alerts and guidance that could help save not just this family member, but others who may need your spiritual intervention in the future. Pay careful attention to the spiritual signs that confirm your family member is in this dangerous place. These aren't coincidences, but divine signals sent to alert you to their condition. You may notice they've become increasingly distant from family gatherings or spiritual discussions. Conversations about faith or values that once flowed easily Now create visible discomfort or defensive reactions. Watch for sudden changes in who they spend time with, as new influences often pull people into spiritual danger zones. Their language may have subtly shifted, adopting phrases or perspectives that contradict values they once held dear. You might notice unusual irritability when certain topics arise, or complete avoidance of matters they once engaged with openly. Trust your spiritual instincts about these changes. That knot in your stomach when you think about them isn't just worry. It's divine alertness activating within you. The persistent thoughts about their spiritual state aren't random concerns, but sacred prompting from God. Those moments when you feel suddenly compelled to pray for them aren't coincidental. They often align exactly with moments of spiritual battle in their life. These intuitive warnings are heaven's whispers, guiding you to notice what's happening before it's too late. Pay attention to these signals, respect what they're telling you, and let them guide your actions as you prepare to help your loved one. Remember, you're not facing this spiritual rescue mission alone. God stands with you, surrounding you with divine protection as you reach out to your family member. Around you gathers a host of spiritual helpers, guardian angels and heavenly forces, all working to support your efforts to bring your loved one back from this dangerous place. This warning has been given to strengthen you, not frighten you, and every aspect of this situation remains under divine control. Feel grateful for this spiritual insight, for it shows how deeply God cares for your entire family. Each prayer you offer moves heaven to action on behalf of your loved one. As you prepare to help them, divine protection covers you like a shield against any spiritual resistance you might face. The universe is orchestrating countless unseen details to create opportunities for reconnection and restoration. Nothing can separate your family member from God's love, not even the darkest spiritual territory they've wandered into. And nothing can harm you as you reach into that darkness to help them find their way back to light. Divine timing, God's perfect clock, is working in your family situation right now. This warning about your loved one has come precisely when you're spiritually prepared to receive it and act upon it. When divine messages arrive with such urgency, it signals a critical moment in someone's spiritual journey, perhaps the last exit before a harder path. This divine timing reveals your connection to God's rescue plan for your family. The warning feels urgent because there's an important window of opportunity that won't remain open indefinitely. As these concerns about your family member intensify, let them strengthen your resolve rather than weaken your spirit. Each confirmation you receive about their spiritual danger isn't meant to discourage you, but to prepare you for your role in their recovery. These aren't random family worries, but divinely orchestrated wake-up calls pointing toward healing. Pay attention to the timing of events that bring this person to mind or create unexpected connections between you. Keep your heart receptive to divine guidance about when and how to approach them. The more attuned you become to heaven's timing, the more effective your spiritual intervention will be. Just as you're receiving this divine warning about your family member, your support helps us continue sharing similar guidance with others, facing spiritual battles for their loved ones. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 enables these urgent messages to reach parents, siblings, and children who are desperately seeking divine help for their family members in dangerous spiritual places. Your generosity today becomes someone else's answered prayer tomorrow. As you prepare to help your family member escape this spiritual danger zone, specific divine strategies will increase your effectiveness. First, understand that pulling someone from spiritual quicksand requires a gentle but firm approach. Pulling too hard can cause resistance, while doing nothing allows them to sink deeper. Begin by creating a spiritual lifeline through consistent, focused prayer. Just like a lighthouse sends its beam across dark waters, your daily prayers cut through spiritual darkness, surrounding your loved one. Speak their name aloud in prayer, claiming divine protection over their mind, heart, and spirit. God is already arranging divine appointments, unexpected meetings and conversations that will feel coincidental, but are actually sacred setups for reconciliation. Be ready to recognize and use these moments when they appear. Ask for wisdom to know when to speak and when to simply demonstrate love through actions. Remember that spiritual warfare requires spiritual weapons. Speak truth with love rather than criticism or judgment. Share your own experiences of finding light in dark places rather than demanding they change. Like a gentle rain softens hard ground, your consistent compassion will begin softening their defenses. Most importantly, remain authentic in your approach. People in spiritual danger zones have heightened sensitivity to anything that feels false or manipulative. Your genuine concern, backed by sincere prayer, becomes the most powerful force for their liberation from this dangerous spiritual place. As you stand in the gap for your family member, arm yourself with powerful spiritual weapons. Begin each day declaring, "My family is protected by divine power, and nothing can keep them bound in darkness." Speak this affirmation with absolute conviction. This practice builds an invisible shield of faith around your entire family that spiritual darkness cannot penetrate. Create a prayer map by writing your loved one's name in the center of a paper and surrounding it with specific prayers for their protection, enlightenment, and return. Place this where you'll see it daily as a reminder to pray with purpose. When worry about their spiritual condition overwhelms you, breathe deeply and visualize divine light surrounding them wherever they are. Express gratitude daily for the divine intervention already working in ways you cannot yet see. Thankfulness accelerates spiritual breakthrough in seemingly impossible situations. Your unwavering faith becomes the master key, unlocking their prison of deception. Remember, your spiritual authority as their family member gives your prayers special power. The enemy may have created a trap, but your persistent prayers are creating an escape route that your loved one will soon discover. In this spiritual rescue mission, you don't have to fight alone. Carefully select 2 or 3 trustworthy people who understand spiritual warfare to join you in focused prayer for your family member. There is supernatural power when believers unite for someone's spiritual deliverance. Create a prayer circle where you share updates and coordinate your spiritual efforts without gossip or negativity. Each person brings unique spiritual gifts to this mission. Some have discernment to see the root issues, others have faith that moves mountains, and still others have wisdom about the right timing for intervention. Your combined prayers create a spiritual safety net under your loved one, catching them when they fall and preventing them from sinking deeper. This supportive community also strengthens you when your own faith wavers. As you intercede together, you'll witness the multiplied power of united prayer breaking through barriers that individual prayers have been working on for months. In spiritual warfare, we truly are stronger together. In closing, as we face this urgent family situation, let's move forward with determined hope and spiritual readiness. Be prepared to witness divine intervention, face spiritual opposition with unwavering faith, and recognize every small sign of breakthrough. Trust the power of persistent prayer and God's constant work in your family member's life. You are on a divine rescue mission, surrounded by heavenly support and equipped with spiritual authority. Keep declaring, "My family is protected by divine power," and watch as divine light penetrates the darkest places. This warning isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of a powerful testimony of restoration that will soon unfold in your family. If this message has awakened your spirit to the urgent situation facing your family member, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine guidance. Hit the notification bell immediately so you never miss a spiritual warning that could save someone you love. When you share this message, you extend its protective power to other families facing similar battles. Each person who receives this warning through you becomes part of a growing army of intercessors standing in the gap for loved ones. Dear Lord, please give us spiritual sight to see our loved ones' true condition and the courage to reach into dark places with your light. Strengthen our prayers and guide our actions as we fight for their spiritual freedom. Amen. If this message has stirred your heart to fight for your family member, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20 or more. Your support helps us continue sending these urgent divine alerts to others whose loved ones are in spiritually dangerous places. Please share in the comments any testimonies of family members who were rescued from spiritual darkness through prayer. Your stories will encourage others currently fighting similar battles for their loved ones